What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. This is the Metalhead Woodshed. I'm Cody. Thanks for watching. It's been a minute since we come up with any new content, and there's a reason for that. It's just not easy. Not the cutting, not the woodworking. That's pretty easy. The recording is actually pretty difficult, at least for me. I was using this flimsy little 3-leg tripod, so this video, we're going to show you this. This is a rolling camera stand. It's got 2 points of articulation, 2 points where it can swivel, and a 360 rotation on the front end. And that's what I've been using to record this video. This is actually a second one that I've made, and it's just helped incredibly. So in this video, we're going to show you how to make that. The band for this video is none other than Kansas City's own Meatshank. Not only voted best band name ever, but I think they've been voted most handsome over like the last decade in the Kansas City metal scene. Incredible guys, incredible musicians. So please enjoy this video, crank out some Meatshank. Let's rock. I'm going to be making my arms, copying the idea off the other guys in their video. They got the 3/4 inch piece and then just put a little block on it. It's like this. So I'll get those pieces cut, glue them together, and then I'll drill them. I'm going to show you how I'm marking up these pieces. So these are the 5.5 inch pieces that are going to be the mounting brackets on the metal pole. So this is what connects the whole thing. So basically what I'm going to do, these are my 2 pieces laminated. So I'm just taking that and basically setting it on the edge so it's flush. And then I'm just marking that width. And I'm going to move it over that same line that I just created. I'm going to do the same thing. So basically that's where this piece is going to sit. I'm actually going to do this on both sides, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So do this. Easy enough. Okay, so say this is the top. I'm going to take my square and I'm going to mark a hole 1.5 inches. And this is actually going to be for the hole saw, because this is going to be where the actual hole comes through, and this is going to be laminated, so it'll be like this, and then it'll be two of them. So it'll look like this. So this will be the mounting bracket. Hole comes through right here. What I'm going to use, it helps that I have two squares, so I can then just, I've already got this set to a middle point, so I'm going to mark that. That's where my hole saw is going to come through. What I'm also going to do is on the end here, I'm going to mark a midway point, and then I'm going to mark also the center, you know, like the center of this piece, and I'll measure that out actually, I just don't have my combo set. But then there's an order of operations on how I want to do these drills. So I'm going to then mark 5/8 from this side, because this is where the threaded rod is going to be coming in, and I'm going to drill a hole there. I'll mark these. You'll see on these other ones, I've got them listed. Like this one's going to be 5/16, and the reason why that one's 5/16 and this one's 3/8 is because I'm actually going to be tapping the 5/16 hole. So they'll actually have a threaded rod 3/8 that is gonna insert into this piece, and the other one is just gonna have a regular 3/8 hole, and it'll sit down on. So that's how the mounting bracket works. On this one that's going onto the metal pole, I'm actually going to then, I'm gonna drill this hole. This order of operations goes, I'm gonna drill this hole with a 5/16, and it's going to go in probably, you know, it's going to go in all the way probably to almost this mark. And then I'm going to tap that. And so then whenever I go, after I tap it, I'm going to drill that, you know, hole saw for the metal pole. And then whenever this is all put together, and it'll show you in the later, the mounting to the metal pole will actually have a 3/8 inch threaded rod, and it'll mount through. It'll thread into this piece on both sides of the hole of the metal pole. So it'll basically just be more sturdy by having it tapped. So hopefully that all makes sense.
Cost
I'm going to do the base of this thing a little bit different than what the other guys do. Now obviously you can see there's rocks, and the other guys use concrete. I did copy this idea to make the wider base, to give it a wider footprint. But what I also do is I've got a couple pieces of scrap plywood here. I'm going to cut it into 10.5-inch squares, glue these together, and then I'll bring it over this jig I've got for my bandsaw, which will turn it to a circle at 9.5 inches. So this is 4.75, gives it a 9.5-inch diameter. So then what I'll do is I'll put that in the bottom of the bucket, and I didn't make it, this first one I made it right at 10 inches, and I made my base a little bit tight because I wanted it to be tight obviously, but when I pushed it in, the bucket walls flexed, and so on this one, that wooden circle, it's a little cockeyed. So this pole is actually a little cockeyed itself, which I don't really give a shit, but that's the thing that I want this one to be correct. So I'm going to make these circles a little bit smaller, and then I will actually put them into the base. I use pocket holes on each of the 4 sides, and then I'll run some 2-inch screws out into the wooden base. And so that's how I'll get that whole thing constructed. For the base, you can see I've got 2 of these wooden circles. The bottom one is the one that has the pocket holes going out, if you can kind of see down. So the bottom one is actually attaching all 4 sides to the base, and then I've got 4 screws in the top of this drove in to connect them. I put some shims in there between the 2 circles just to try and get this thing as plumb as possible. I've got everything mocked up here. This is going to be the swivel arm that is at the very end of the arm. So this will swivel back and forth. This piece will have a bracket, and that's where there's going to be a circle that mounts the camera over on this side. If you can see, it's pretty tight right here on these inside, and I want it to be that way. That's the way I mocked it up. So the way that I do that, I was on both of these inside pieces, so one on the inside here and one on the inside here. I took a washer and I kind of marked out to tear out. So I'm going to make sure that that gives it a little bit of breathing room on the inside, and I'm going to cut that on the bandsaw. All pieces cut and finished. I've got a dry mock-up here put together. You can kind of see pole arm here, and this will be where our camera goes. The main thing, and this shouldn't is as easy as it sounds, when you're putting all these sandwich pieces together, right, where the arms are going to go in, the most important thing you can do is to put these in and thread the rod through when you're setting this sandwich piece together before you screw it in and glue it. I made the mistake on this second one where I just put these together and it wasn't quite the right size for these. It was too snug, so I had to take it all apart, put it in, thread it, and then re-put the pieces so now that it fits appropriately. So a little food for thought. And then on this end, this will be our camera piece. So I basically cut that piece out on my bandsaw. That was a circle, and then I halved it. And what I'm going to do is drill a hole and thread it for 1/4 and then we'll go in here so you can get this rotation and also this rotation. For our video camera holder, my phone, I guess you'd say, that's our video camera, is an old iPhone. I got one of these guys on Amazon. I think it was like 13 bucks. And it's kind of 3-way adjustable, but it comes with a 1/4 hole at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do next, is drill and tap a hole for our hole over there. The connection to the pole is pretty straightforward. So I marked out, this is our piece that's been holed out. And I marked these 2 places on the pole. I drilled them through. These are not super clean. In fact, I made multiple attempts, but as long as they're straight, these are the holes that are threaded for the 3/8. And it is important that you put this thing the right side up. We want the shortened side on the inside on the top. That way our swinging arm will move freely, and I'll show you how this thing attached. Sped up. And I don't crank down on these too hard. They don't have to be like cranked real hard because this thing is pretty sturdy. Even when the arm gets on, it shouldn't bend or bow. I'll put some weight in the bottom, but just so long as these are tight, this thing's not going anywhere. And then I'll put the rest of the arm on now. And that's it. If you made it this far, I'd like to say thanks for watching. I probably should say it out loud. This is not my original idea. Jay Bates, Jeremy Schmidt, hundreds, maybe thousands of other people on YouTube have come up with similar videos. I just copied ideas from those 2 first guys specifically. So plagiarism admitted, but this thing is gonna help me make more videos. And that's what I'm trying to do. Get a little bit more content out there, do it in a way that it doesn't look shoddy, doesn't look crappy. So try it out. If you've got the tools, this could help you maybe make a little bit more content on the internet, which is what we all want to do. Big, huge shout out to my brothers in Meatshank, Murray, Shane, Vince. I love you. You play fucking metal. They're badass guys. Check the links below. Go to their merch, go to their Bandcamp. Go see them out when the world returns to normal, because these guys are incredible and they've been doing it for a long time and there's nobody who does it better. Thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time, keep rocking.